The oceans, covering over 70% of Earth's surface, are the lifeblood of our planet. They regulate our climate, support ecosystems, and provide livelihoods for billions. But now they are under siege, absorbing more than 90% of the heat trapped by greenhouse gases. The rising temperatures of surface and deep ocean currents are reshaping our world with far-reaching consequences. Warmer oceans are fueling more intense and frequent extreme weather events. Storms that were once rare are becoming annual occurrences, leaving destruction in their wake. In 2024, Super Typhoon Yagi in China reached record-breaking intensity, displacing over 1 million people and causing catastrophic flooding. The link between ocean warming and storm strength has never been clearer. Similarly, Hurricane Ian in 2022 rapidly intensified over the Gulf of Mexico, leaving behind $112 billion in damages, making it the third costliest hurricane in U.S. history. Warmer waters mean increased evaporation, leading to heavier rainfall. Europe's devastating floods in 2021, which ravaged Germany and Belgium, were tied to unusually warm North Atlantic waters. Regions previously unaccustomed to such storms are now at risk. Mediterranean countries like Greece and Italy are increasingly affected by Mediterranean hurricanes, highlighting the changing geography of extreme weather. The oceans are expanding not only from melting ice caps, but also from thermal expansion. Coastal communities are feeling the brunt of this relentless rise. Jakarta, Indonesia, is sinking at an alarming rate. Rising seas and land subsidence have forced the government to plan the relocation of the capital to Borneo, a costly and urgent adaptation strategy. In Miami, Florida, billions are being spent on flood mitigation, installing pumps, raising roads, and even implementing green infrastructure to combat rising waters. In Louisiana, the coastline loses a football field of land every 90 minutes. This erosion threatens critical ecosystems, industries, and homes. Island nations like the Maldives and Tuvalu face an existential crisis. By 2050, these countries could be uninhabitable, creating waves of climate refugees and unprecedented economic challenges. Marine ecosystems, the cornerstone of life in the oceans, are under threat from rising temperatures. The cascading effects are already being felt by wildlife and humans alike. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, has suffered back-to-back bleaching events in 2020 and 2022. Recovery is becoming harder as marine heat waves grow more frequent. Fish species like Atlantic cod are migrating northward in search of cooler waters, disrupting traditional fisheries in New England and Newfoundland. Vital fisheries such as tuna and salmon may collapse by mid-century due to habitat loss and overfishing. This would spell disaster for millions who depend on these resources for food and income. The warming oceans don't just affect marine ecosystems. They're also undermining global food security. In California and Mexico, Pacific sardine stocks have plummeted, directly impacting local fisheries and the communities that depend on them. In 2024, a prolonged drought in the Amazon basin exacerbated by rising ocean temperatures, crippled Brazil's soybean production, a cornerstone of the global food supply. By 2050, the United Nations warns that climate-induced agricultural declines could leave 500 million people facing chronic food insecurity. This crisis will disproportionately affect poorer nations. Rising ocean temperatures are also creating new public health challenges with immediate and long-term consequences. In 2024, global temperatures breached 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, triggering record-breaking heat waves. Europe and Asia reported surges in heat stroke and cardiovascular-related hospitalizations. Warmer waters are a breeding ground for Vibrio bacteria, leading to outbreaks of cholera in Africa and Southeast Asia. As warmer climates expand tropical zones, diseases like malaria and dengue fever are expected to spread, posing risks to millions globally. The economic toll of rising ocean temperatures is staggering and growing. Homeowners in coastal Florida are already facing skyrocketing insurance premiums as the risk of hurricanes intensifies. Destinations like the Maldives and the Great Barrier Reef are witnessing a decline in visitors as their natural beauty deteriorates due to ecosystem degradation. The World Bank projects that climate-related disruptions could cost the global economy trillions annually by 2050, affecting trade, agriculture, and infrastructure. One of the most alarming risks is the potential collapse of major ocean currents, like the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC. The slowing of the AMOC is already being observed, weakening the Gulf Stream and disrupting temperatures in North America and Europe. If the AMOC collapses, Northern Europe could face extreme cold, while tropical regions suffer unbearable heat. This would lead to agricultural failures, mass migrations, and humanitarian crises. The warming of our oceans is not a distant threat. It's a present reality with profound implications. The time to act is now. Governments, industries, and individuals must unite to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect our oceans. Innovative solutions like renewable energy, marine protected areas, and sustainable fishing practices can mitigate the damage. The fate of humanity depends on how quickly and decisively we act. Together, we can secure a sustainable future.